now we are at the wind farms on 65. These things are insane and huge. We'll be driving past them in just a second. Right, Ian?
Do you want me to explain to you how they work?
You can explain to the camera and hold it while you are taking pictures.
Well, it's basically how any kind of generator works. Turbines of any kind work the same way. Basically, you have some force pushing against the blade. The blade has a magnet in it, or wire runs through it. The magnet turns, actually generates a current, and that's how electricity works. Basically, any kind of electricity about anywhere is generated by the same method. Nuclear power actually works that way. Coal, oil, anything. Actually, just all it does is, in those cases, they just boil water. The water rises and turns the turbine, and then when it falls, it turns the turbine some more. So, yeah, nothing really too unique about the principles. Just here you're using wind. Of course, solar power works differently. Let's see if I can get a shot. So over here while we're going over this overpass. Yeah.
It must be really windy today if they're turning that much.
Yeah, well, yeah, the winds are like, I think, up to 20 miles an hour today. That's the snow, honestly, that we've had wouldn't have been so bad if it weren't for the wind. I think we would have been able to make it home just fine with the amount of snow from last night. It was the wind that was actually the issue. Of course, taking advantage of Mother Nature to skewer us and getting something from it. So I appreciate that as an enemy of weather and of the sun. But again, we can utilize solar power, screw one to the sun too. And well, the sun's kind of necessary for life. It's the main source of energy on this planet. There's more. If I can get some over here. Don't seem to be getting a real good shot of any of these, but
So
kind of
huge.
the distance.
There's one that's stopped over there. It must not be turned on.
I think the ones that are stopped, yeah, they've locked them in place. I imagine it's maybe there's some damage to it or whatever they need to repair. Not real sure. Now, I think these are operated by Purdue, if I'm not mistaken. I don't actually know how much electricity they generate. I would actually have to look that up. I'd be kind of curious to know that myself. There's, in this, I don't know, there's probably about a 5-7 mile strip of these things. I would say there's probably somewhere between 100 and 150 windmills over the entire complex. But I'm not sure.
And there's the pig farm.
And we were passing a large pig farm.
I'm pretty sure it's owned by Purdue too.
Yeah. Purdue is a big agricultural school, so it makes sense. Big on engineering as well, so it's kind of explains the windmills. Keep recording.
For another second.
Oh, okay.
Let's see all
There's some over here, so we're just kind of getting to the main bit where you can see a lot of these here. I'm assuming that they don't own all this land, although I could be wrong about that. I don't know if the school actually owns this or they just lease out the land for the windmills. I would imagine they would make a pretty penny, farmers would, for leasing out that land. I know that near my mom's place there's a farm. They've got a cell phone tower on it, and the cell phone tower, of course, takes up not all that much space on the farm, but yeah, they make, I think, it's about as much from just leasing out the that small parcel of land as they do for farming the entire 20 acres or so that it sits on. And So it's a pretty good deal. Sure. Almost looks like at this point we're gonna have to run into one of the road curves, so but I'll put your head right towards these. I don't know. I'm kind of curious as to what ideal positioning of windmills would be. As you can tell, there's well, it's not real good in this shot, I'm sure, but there's a kind of line here. Just one right after the other. Something about these, and I haven't paid real close attention, but I don't think these actually turn with the wind. So I think they're just kind of fixed, so whichever way the wind blows. But it looks like with their shape of blades, they might actually be able to utilize wind coming from nearly any direction, so that might not really matter too much. Okay, so we are logging out.